I'm back, bitches. I'm back. It's been a while. Sorry if you have been waiting for me. I am back though, so thank you so much for watching. And if you are new here, my name is Sophie Waddington, and on this channel I talk about all things manifestation and mindset. So if that is your cup of tea, if that is your vibe, if that is your bag, come and subscribe to this channel. So today, what I want to talk to you about is, funnily enough, the concept of time and how long things have to take to come into the 3D when you are consciously creating them. So obviously, as human beings, we experience time. Time isn't real. It's not actually happening as we experience it. And scientists have proven that. I'm not just saying that, guys. The scientists say so. But in order for us to make sense of what's going on around us, we have to, in our little human brains, we have to put things into some kind of order, some kind of sequence. And that creates this illusion of time, of linear time, of things being in the past, of things being in the future, of things being in the present. But the only thing that actually exists ever is the present moment, because everything is all happening at once. And that is a really good thing to understand, that you're never actually going to experience it that way. It's always going to feel linear to some point. We're going to experience a sensation of the past, of the present, of the future. But knowing that and understanding that that is just an illusion, like everything else around us, that it is just an illusion and it's the way that we perceive things, is really useful when it comes to consciously creating, manifestation, whatever you want to call it, because it allows us to realize that there is no set time between you and the thing that you want, between this version of you now that doesn't have it and the version of you that does have it, that's in the future. Because the thing that collapses the time is your decision that it's already done, the decision that it's here, that you've already got it, that it is happening right now. And once you make that decision, that is when things will collapse in the 3D world in order to allow you to experience that desire that you've got. So I just want you to think about a time where something has happened in your life. Let's look at a positive thing, where you've been in like a really difficult situation or a really unfavorable circumstance. Maybe it was to do with money. It might have been to do with relationships. It might have been to do with a situation in your job. It could be something to do with your home, a problem that you've had, or a circumstance where you feel like, this is not what I want. I'm not happy here. And I want you to just like reflect on a time where something just happened like that and everything was different, like everything suddenly changed. If you think about that, there was no logical way that you could have imagined that solved itself, that changed so that you could experience this new circumstance. Because when we're always relying on logic and this idea of linear time, then we are consistently experiencing that. We're experiencing these long delays between the thing that we want and that we're aware of not having and actually having it in our 3D experience. But actually, things can just happen like that, and they do happen like that. It's us who decides how long something takes for us to have it. So, if I ask you to think about your life goal, whatever that is, again, it could be to do with a relationship, it could be to do with money, it could be to do with your job, could be to do with your health, anything. You will have this idea of how long something takes. So I said, if I was to ask you this question, like, do you think you could have it tomorrow? Your answer will probably be no, because we are so firmly married to this idea of linear time. But if I said, do you think you could have it in the next 20 years? Then it'd probably be like, yeah, obviously I could do that, no problem. So it's not the size of the goal or the size of the vision that you've got, it's the time that you've decided in your mind logically that would take. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not super organized. You might have gathered that if you've been here for a while. So say, for example, like if my house was a bit of a mess, that might take me all week to tidy it if I was just doing it for no reason, but give me a little bit of pressure. I could tidy that bitch in a day. I could tidy it in 15 minutes actually, because I have decided that it's going to have to take a smaller amount of time. Say one of my friends rings me and they're like, oh, I'm 15 minutes away, I'm coming around for a brew. You better believe I'm going to get that house tidy. But we can manipulate time, we can change it to our advantage and also to our disadvantage if we're not careful. So another example of this would be like, this is an example that I've used loads of times before, you've probably heard it, but if I said, do you think you could make £1 million in the next 6 months? You would probably say no. Do you think you could make £1 million if all your family were going to die in 6 months? Yeah, I think I could, because the stakes are higher, so you're putting more pressure on it, so you're deciding that it's going to have to take a shorter amount of time. So again, it's not the actual goal itself, it's your decision about how big that goal is in comparison to you. So just to bring it back to the idea that you are source, there is nothing bigger than you, babe. There's nothing bigger than you. You are literally the creator of your reality. You are the person who is experiencing everything. And by that, I don't mean the human version of you. I don't mean like little Soph or whoever is watching right now. I mean you as consciousness, you as what you really are, you as source energy, everything. There is no separation between you and anything. There's an illusion of separation because at the minute you are consciousness experiencing itself as this limited human being called Sophie, or called whatever you're called. So we come up with these ideas of that there's time and space between the things that we want. But when we zoom out of that and remember who we actually are, which is source energy, we're all the same, we're all the same stuff, we're all source energy, then everything becomes smaller in comparison. And again, this relates as well to like the law of relativity. Is it the law of relativity? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, everything's relative. So for example, if somebody put a basketball in front of you and you said, is that big or small? Well, it depends what's next to it. If there's a tennis ball, then it's big. If there's a beach ball, then it's small. Everything is bigger or smaller in relation to something else. So when you make your goals and your vision and the things that you desire bigger than you, then they seem further away. They seem like they're going to take more space, more energy, more time in order to bring them into the 3D. But actually, nothing's bigger than source. And that's what you are. You are source, babe. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that today to get back into the swing of things because I've been MIA for a while. But yeah, so just think about the things that you want right now. If there is one big desire that you've got, are you making that desire bigger? Are you putting it on a pedestal? Are you deciding that it's going to take a certain amount of time? Are you deciding that it's going to take a year or 10 years or 5 years or, you know, whatever it is, the amount of time that you've given it? Can you shrink that time? Because like I was saying before, if you put some kind of pressure on it, which I'm not saying that you should put pressure on something, but if you did put pressure on it, you know that you could do it sooner. So the possibility for you to have it is there. It's whether you decide it's going to take a long time or it's going to take a short time. But really what it's going to take is a decision that you've got it. It's a decision. I've already got it. It's already done. I don't care what I see in the 3D because that isn't real. That's just a reflection of who I really am as source. And I know that when I make that decision and when I embody that version of me that already has it, the 3D is going to conform to whatever I want it to, because that's what happens. It feels real, but you're the creator of the show that you're watching. So I hope that's helpful to somebody. Let me know in the comments if it is, and I will see you very soon for another video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you. Bye.